Glad to have you with us from the Dome in Syracuse, New York. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Syracuse Orange. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Keep that super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So Notre Dame's offense will have the football first. And we get a look at C.J. Carr. Last time out, a solid day in a victory, throwing for more than 200 yards and a couple of scores. Running inside, it's Mobley. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Carr. The sure hands. It's Gilbert. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
The run inside. It's Mobley. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Running into the open space. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Throwing, Carr. Fires to the big fella. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. Trying to run, it's Mobley. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's Young. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Carr on play action. Pocket breaking down. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals, because you know kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
He might want another play. They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. They're working that left side. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
The Orange offense will get its first chance now. They will have their hands full with this matchup as they try to make sure the running game gets going.
Keep.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller.
Offside. Defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. Miller with the ball. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Running inside, it's Miller.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Throwing and jelly. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you could tell he wanted to get it to the big man, and I would too, by the way. You got a 6'4", 6'5", 6'17" wide receiver out there. You want to throw it up so he can make a play. Set those feet first, then you give it to him.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Gets the back moving. And Jelly from the gun on third down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The Orange will have to punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. The run inside. It's Young. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is the senior offensive lineman who's shaken up. Holly Rowe will check on his condition. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Makes the grab. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Give to the back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. They'll go right back to it. Got enough for the first. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years. And the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. Play fake, Carr looking to scramble. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. The lead now 6 here in the second.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll bring it out, and he loses the ball deep in his own end. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They finished the first 2 drives with field goals. They'd love to get a little something more this time, Jesse.
Want to just keep seeing balance from them and a little better execution as they get closer to the goal line. They've got the playmakers at receiver, at running back, and they love their offensive line, David. Just got to put it all together.
And I think once you start to move the football down the field, that area of the field when you get in field goal range, you got to be a little bit more physical. So listen, still a good start. Still got the lead and an opportunity to build on it here.
And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Here's Carr to throw. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. Splits the uprights right down the middle. They're now up 9-0.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They go play action with Angelic. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
What a great play by the defensive tackle. Look, sacks aren't just for very athletic, long defensive ends. These D tackles, man, they use their strength. They push linemen back in the pocket, collapse it, and come away with the sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Oh, they're after him. Makes the catch. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. Syracuse will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Can they catch him? Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Special teams proving to be special.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up. And this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You could see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Stokes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Tight end now in motion. Running inside. It's Miller. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And these linebackers are flying around, and they like to bring the boom. What a great job playing physical, setting the tone and letting them know, don't come over the middle of my field.
From the gun on 3rd down, Steve Angeli. He's got an open man. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Clock stops for just a moment. There is a member of the Syracuse Orange who is shaken up. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Weaver. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. Angeli rushes on him. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. The run inside. It's Mobley. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Carr. Got it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Pass interference. Defense.
They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. 1st down and 10. Quarterback may change this route. He'll run it again. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Carr. Finds the tight end. Breaks into the open. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. He'll have enough for the 1st down after making that grab, but we do have a player who has not yet returned to his feet. That is the freshman defensive end that they're very excited about. They're hoping that he's able to return to the game shortly. Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. Maybe some room here. And he's brought down after a nice gain on the play. Give him 7 on that one. And now we've reached a 2-minute timeout. The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. They go right back to it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Throwing, Carr. Moving out to the right. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier 3rd down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the 1st down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on 3rd down. And shoot, and I got 4th down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
They get him on the ground. The defense knew exactly where they had to stop him, and it's 4th down.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They'll pass on the 48-yard field goal attempt and instead try to pick up the first down. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. His field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. No good. And despite the missed field goal, guys, there's a bright side. They're still up by 16.
Well, it was certainly straight enough, just not long enough. Not enough leg strength.
Steve Angeli. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
Then man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them lean in one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got him. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Timeout taken on the field. It's the second call by Syracuse. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Fires to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Again, it's Angeli. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Orange. A great catch and run for 6.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Gilbert. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We begin with a look at Kansas, taking on the number 18 team, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Now back over to your game inside the dome. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory.
Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
The Syracuse head coach told me coming out of the locker room, he said he's been talking to his team about ball security. Too many turnovers in the first half. Starting the second half on offense, he said, if we take care of the ball, we'll be just fine. Back to you.
Holly, thank you.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Give to the running back. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. Syracuse right back at it. Angeli from the gun on third down. Under fire. Powers through the defender. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on second and 4. Unloads quickly. He breaks a tackle. And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
The Orange converted and picked up that last first down by keeping it on the ground. Maybe they go right back to it.
And I think great offenses find a way to get there.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And this offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Throwing Angeli. Quickly to the tight end. Strong, firm tackle. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. Hunt is on its way. Wants to bring it back. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. Here come the Irish back on offense. Quarterback making adjustments. Running inside. It's Mobley. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Takes the handoff. It's Young. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Here's Carr to throw. Buys a little extra time. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd. The Irish send out the punt unit, getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion.
Ball is loose. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
The offense, you're thinking first down, get the first down on third down. Man, you can't put the ball on the turf, but at least the ball went out of bounds. Now you got a decision to make what you want to do on fourth down. Could have been a turnover, could have been worse there.
And he'd hoped to pin him deep. Instead, it will be a touchback. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Using his legs, it's Young. Picks up the first down. Gives him the big stiff arm.
Gain of 19 on the play. That's a first down for the offense.
They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Play action, Carr. Extending the play. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Makes the grab. It's Porter. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. On the move. Got enough for the first. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Hey, you can see this defense. They are back on their heels right now. This offense very much in a groove, in a rhythm. They've got to find something to disrupt this. Right now, they're doing what they want, when they want, how they want. This defense got to answer the bell.
Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Carr finds his big tight end. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. And he's going to try to return this one. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Final game of the regular season, just waiting on this clock to run out. Let's check out the top 12 scoreboard right now. All of these teams fighting for playoff spots, and this is what you want to do when you're in the hunt. Finish a game like these guys have done. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So we open the final period with a third down play. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun on third down, Steve Angeli. It's complete to the left. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. All wideouts, no backs. Angeli. Got a man. It's Johnson. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. There are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense? Just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field.
On the move, he fires. Working the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Syracuse has a really nice drive going. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Syracuse operating with a fresh set of downs after that last completion. Again, it's Angeli. Here's the pressure. Gets rid of it. Fires. It's a fumble on the play. Scoops it up. Still a live ball. Takes it in. Touchdown, Syracuse.
It's so nice as a quarterback when it's not just your receivers that are dangerous after the catch. How about the yak ability by this tight end? He's a guy that can stretch the field. He can make DBs miss, and he's got speed. He's a generational talent. He's really helping out this offense.
And he added the extra point.
24, Syracuse, 14.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Gonna run it. It's Young. Turning it on. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. They'll ride the hot hand. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware. But you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today. And we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. The give, and tick, 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 tick. The Orange calling for a timeout. It's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
And the runner is down, and so is a flag. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. With that penalty, the offense is backed up, still second down. On the ground, it's Young. Timeout taken on the field. It's the second call by Syracuse. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Throwing, Carr. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. The Orange call their third timeout, and that's the last time they can stop the clock. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Young. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Ordinarily on second and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Carr from the gun on third down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Absolutely center cut, and that will extend their lead even further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Syracuse offense makes its way onto the field. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Here's a heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Pressure coming. Got rid of it just in time.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Again, it's Angeli. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella downfield and outside. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on.